But the idea here is you're going to get two zone defenders with their attention on Demario Douglas, right?
Yep.
So Drake Maye gets the snap, sees that all this attention is here, and Kayshon Boutte, when he breaks, is about to come free, but you want to be very careful here. And Kayshon actually told me that Drake did a great job, here showing awareness, because if you throw this, like, so Drake's about to pop it loose right here. If you throw this over the middle, there's a chance that either someone can get a hand on this or potentially you end up running Kayshon Boutte into traffic. Instead, what he does is put it on Boutte's back shoulder, and you can see it here. Instead of putting it frontwards where it might be a bad play, puts it on the back shoulder. That allows Boutte to catch it safely and make an adjustment, breaks the tackle for a little bit extra after, and then Devin White just freaking drops him. That was brutal, man. Oh, my God.
Oh, that hurts. But that's that trust we talk about between them, right?
Mm-hmm.
They both know, okay, I'm not going to run into coverage. I'm not going to put you in harm's way. Kayshon gets to a spot, doesn't slow down, but throttles down to where, okay, I'm just going to sit here. You're going to put it on me. And then he also gets some yak after it. So it's great stuff from Drake, but it's also really impressive stuff from Kayshon Boutte, which we've talked about really since the game on Sunday. But it's a good connection all around, and it's good to see. Yes, Drake's young. He's still learning. He's still growing, but he does have guys he trusts and guys that he knows where he's going to put the ball, and they know where the ball's going to be. So good stuff.
Absolutely. Ooh, oh my God. Freaking stuff. All right. Next play. All right, now we've got the dig. This is going to be against a quarters coverage. Tie game 7-7, 11:09 left in the second quarter on a 2nd and 10 situation. Kind of similar to the last play where you see him hit a dig route kind of between zone defenders. But I love this one because it's going to be a full field read from Drake Maye. So really quickly, we get 11 personnel, a spread look. Now to the top of the screen, we are going to get Haas again. So a little hitch. And you're going to get a seam from Austin Hooper. And then to the bottom, you're going to get a drive concept with Demario Douglas running kind of shallow over here. And behind him, Kayshon Boutte running that dig route. And then the Raiders, not really disguising what they're doing here too much. They're just going to be running a quarter scheme. So 4 deep defenders. These guys going into the curl flat. And then 1 intermediate defender. So takes a snap. Now, Drake initially is going to look to his left, but he sees that Austin Hooper won Jermaine Pratt, kind of like on that play to to Hunter Henry, has very good inside leverage, and he's running with the tight end. But you also have this safety capped over the top. And quarters is literally designed to take away seam routes. It can also take away digs. Those are the 2 main ones. But this just isn't a great look to throw that seam, especially when you also have this defender with zone eyes potentially being able to close if Drake wanted to, again, put this back shoulder. So he sees this, and I love that he gets to the top of his drop, Drake, and then immediately he's like, okay, that's probably not good. Let me shift to the right side of the screen. Now his vision's towards the middle, and there's a bit of a vacant area right here, right? So this safety, Jeremy Chin, has his attention on Austin Hooper, and the safety, he's got depth with the ability to potentially close on the dig from Kayshon Boutte. Now look at the dig from Boutte. I don't know if the defender slips or if this was just the route from Boutte, but his defender falls, so he's pretty much out of the play. And Drake, I love this, does a great job when he lets this ball go, because if he throws this like right here, that safety is going to crash down and blow up Kayshon Boutte. I almost swore. That's not necessary. But he's going to put Kayshon Boutte in a bad way. So Kayshon Boutte kind of throttles down a little bit. The throw is a little bit behind, and it allows Kayshon to protect himself rather than just taking a big hit. So Drake Maye, full field progression, going left, seeing I don't really like the seam. Let's see what the right side of the field looks like. Understanding that there is a vacant area here, but you don't want to put too much heat on this and put Kayshon Boutte in a bad spot. Puts it right there. Kayshon with the throttle down makes another catch to beat zone coverage.
It's money. I got nothing more on that besides it's similar from before. They know that they have to throttle in the zone. They get it there. Move the chains, keep going. So good stuff. Final one here is a back shoulder fade in the fourth quarter against this game, or in this game against the Raiders. All right, what do you got for us?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite plays. So we saw that this back shoulder between Stephon Diggs and Drake Maye was something they started to develop later in the summer, but we really saw it on display a couple of times, especially when they got man coverage to the backside of some formations. And I love this play because not only does Drake Maye put this in the perfect spot, similar to the Hunter Henry thing, but even better, he also does it before he takes a hit, which I thought was very impressive. Now, this was kind of with the game pretty much out of the way, right? There's 148 left in the fourth quarter. They're probably not winning this game. But as we know, Drake Maye is not a guy who gives up. He is going to continue to fight. That is something we saw all the way back at his UNC days. So we got a trips formation here with Kayshon Boutte as the isolated receiver up top, inside the numbers, not outside like he typically is. Hunter Henry is the tight end, pop in the slot. And then I believe this is Stephon Diggs on the outside of the trips side. Now we are going to get, once again, just a fade up top from Kayshon Boutte, looking for that back shoulder when he doesn't get over the top. And it's not super important, but just for the sake of it, we're also going to have a dagger with Demario Douglas clearing. And then yet another dig from Kayshon Boutte. Then you're going to get a little chip here. Diggs. Thank you. Then you're going to get a little chip on the edge from Hunter Henry before he's going to break outside. And the Raiders are going to be in quarters with man coverage to the backside. So these two are in man, but we're going to get 1, 2, 3 deep defenders. This guy's going to pop out to the middle of the field, and this guy is going to drop to the curl flat. So the purpose of this coverage is to flood the 3 receiver side, right? So they want all of these zone defenders to be looking on this side of the field, leaving this one-on-one matchup. Drake Maye identifies it. And up front, Will Campbell's going to kind of overcommit when he sees Max Crosby go inside. And that allows Tyree Wilson to loop around, and Campbell isn't able to recover and stop him from getting a hit on Drake Maye, which, as you can see, happens here. But Drake lets this ball go before he gets hit. Perfect placement to Kayshon Boutte right on his back hip against, again, airtight coverage. There's only one place you can really put this ball, and good chemistry from Kayshon Boutte reading it and coming back. One more time from the end zone angle. Again, inside move from Crosby. Will Campbell goes way too far inside, freeing up the looper. Drake Maye takes the hit and puts this, boom, ridiculous ball.
Perfect.
Right, literally right on the back hip. One of the best throws I think Drake Maye has made in his career, but specifically in this game, just absolutely perfect. Can't wait to see more of that from those guys. So we saw it in the training camp in summer and in all these joint practices and everything, and finally got to see it in game action. Excited to see how those guys continue to build their rapport.
100%. He called himself a first-round pick yesterday. He was supposed to be one. Obviously, had a couple hiccups along the way, but he's persevered and has turned himself into a really solid NFL wide receiver. And with Drake Maye, who we just broke down, over the last hour or so, hopefully they continue to build that rapport and keep churning it out here as the weeks and years go on. So that's going to do it for our Drake Maye film breakdown here. Week 1. Tayler, great job.
Thanks.
Good stuff. Don't get upset about the screen brush coming on because it happens. We're live. We're good.
Next time I'm doing my own graphics. I hate doing the screen brush live. You
serious? It was fine. It was good.
But it's even better when the graphics look good, are definitely right, and it also kind of keeps me on track. So hey, it's a learning process, but this was a lot of fun. And this whole thing, we're gonna just keep trying to get better. So by the time we get to December, we are locked in. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, we'll do this every week here. We'll break down the game on Mondays. We'll then get deeper into Drake Maye more on Tuesdays, and then Tayler will also have some more other film breakdowns for members on the channel as well. So that's our Tuesday edition of the show. That's our Drake Maye film from their Week 1 loss against the Raiders on Sunday. Patriots now turn the page, heading to Miami this weekend in Week 2. So we will have a mailbag on Wednesday. We will preview the game on Thursday and continue on this season. The Patriots unfortunately start 0-1, but hopefully brighter days ahead for this team. So again, great job here, Tayler. That's our Drake Maye Week 1 breakdown. Until next time, thank you all for watching. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And we will see you very soon. Peace out, everyone.